You just hit the net on serve. Your chest tightens. Your jaw clenches. And now, the next serve feels heavier. The one after that, even heavier. This is the error cascade. One mistake triggers the next. And in volleyball, where 6 to 7 errors happen per set at the elite level, mastering the reset isn't optional. It's survival. Here's what happens in your brain the moment you make an error. Your anterior cingulate cortex fires what scientists call the error-related negativity, the NERN. It's your brain's alarm system. But here's the key finding from 2025 research. This alarm operates in 2 stages. First, automatic surprise. Your brain detects something went wrong. Second, strategic adjustment. Your brain decides what to do about it. Athletes who recover faster aren't suppressing the alarm. They're responding to it better. Their brains have been trained, through practice, through repetition, to move from surprise to solution in seconds. A 2026 study analyzed over 2,000 plays from real volleyball matches. The finding was stark. When a team scored through their own active success, a kill, a stuff block, an ace, momentum improved significantly. But when they conceded a point through their own error, momentum collapsed. And here's the critical detail. The damage was worst in late stages of a set. The closer you get to 25, the more your errors cost you. Why? Because self-induced errors feel uncontrollable. Your brain doesn't just register the lost point. It registers the lost control. And that feeling that I should have had that is what cascades into the next mistake. So how do you break the cascade? You need a reset protocol, something fast, physical, and automatic. Here's the research-backed version. Step 1, name it. Acknowledge the error without judgment. Say one word. Gone or next, anything that draws a line. Step 2, physical anchor. Touch the court. Bounce the ball once. Wipe your hands on your shorts. Something physical that signals to your nervous system the error is over. Step 3, one breath. Not a deep breath. A deliberate one. In through the nose, out through the mouth. This activates your parasympathetic nervous system, the brake pedal on your stress response. Step 4, cue word. One word that reconnects you to the present. Now, ball. Here. Step 5, commit to the next action. Not the next point. The next action. Serve routine. Ready position. Call the play. 5 seconds. That's all you need. Research shows athletes who practice reset routines during training, not just in games, develop automatic recovery within weeks. There's a neuroscience technique that separates good athletes from great ones. It's called cognitive reappraisal, and it literally rewires how your brain processes errors. Here's how it works. When you make a mistake, your amygdala, the emotional alarm center, goes into overdrive. Fear, frustration, self-criticism. But when you consciously reframe the error, when you tell yourself, that serve taught me the wind is stronger on this side, or that error means I need to adjust my toss angle, something changes in your brain. The prefrontal cortex, your rational control center, activates, and it sends inhibitory signals to the amygdala. The fear response literally decreases. A 2024 meta-analysis confirmed that cognitive reappraisal significantly predicts personal resilience across 29,000 athletes. The athletes who recover fastest aren't ignoring their errors. They're extracting information from them. That's the difference between a mistake that destroys you and a mistake that improves you. This might be the most counterintuitive finding in sports psychology. Being kind to yourself after an error doesn't make you soft. It makes you faster. A landmark study measured athletes' heart rate variability, their vagal tone, when they recalled a performance failure. Athletes who scored higher on self-compassion showed better physiological recovery. Their nervous systems literally bounced back faster. The reset program, developed by researchers at the University of Alberta, showed that athletes trained in self-compassion experienced less self-criticism and better perceived performance. Self-compassion isn't about lowering standards. It's about separating your worth from your last point. When you stop treating errors as identity threats, your brain frees up the resources it was wasting on self-attack and redirects them to problem-solving. Let's put it all together. Here's the complete point-after-error routine you can use in your next match. The error happens. You feel it. Good. That means you care. Now, 1. Say your cue word. Next, 2. Do your physical anchor. Bounce the ball once. 3. 1 deliberate breath. In, out. 4. Reframe. 1 sentence. Adjust the toss or move my feet earlier. 5. Commit. Call the serve. Walk to the line. Start your routine. Total time, 5 seconds. Practice this every practice. Every time you make an error in training, run the full routine. In 2 to 3 weeks, it becomes automatic. Your brain builds the neural pathway. The cascade breaks before it starts. Let's recap. Errors are inevitable. Elite players average 6 to 7%. The neuroscience is clear. Errors trigger a 2-stage brain response that can spiral if unchecked. But you now have tools. The 5-second reset. Name it. Anchor physically. Breathe. Cue word. Commit. Cognitive reappraisal. Reframe errors as data, not identity. Self-compassion. Separate your worth from your last point. Your homework this week. In your next 3 practices, run the full point-after-error routine every single time you make a mistake. Track how quickly you recover. By the end of the week, you'll notice the cascade weakening. That's the point-after-error reset. You now have the mental tools to break the cascade and play every point fresh. Next episode, Tournament Mental Endurance. How to maintain this mental sharpness across an entire day of matches. Subscribe so you don't miss it. And remember, champions aren't the ones who never make mistakes. They're the ones who reset fastest.